through food.
Hi everybody, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of set up like traffic, it's huge out of light right now. That's right, it's just pictures of me.
And we can see.
You can see. Perfect, perfect. As long as y'all can hear me, that's awesome. Hi everybody, I am Tracy Malliner, and I am a mommy warrior speaking on behalf of moms across America. What is a mommy warrior? It's someone who questions the information that is given to her by corporations, professional advisors, politicians, and other government agencies. She stands up and speaks out, loudly sometimes I might add, if the information is misleading or incorrect, or may possibly have a negative impact on our children. I am a mommy warrior, and I do this to make the world a better place for our children. And right now, the information that I'm questioning is the food that we feed them. Today I'm going to share with you 5 takeaways from this speech to help you understand and guide you through this hectic and very confusing food maze. I'm hoping to inspire you to make positive changes for you and your loved ones. Okay, so my first takeaway is, know about GMOs. How many of you here know what a GMO is? Yes? See, of course, I'm not the natural, healthy convention here. Of course you all know. For those of you who may need a reminder, or just in case you don't exactly get those terms, just to let you know that GMOs, 85% of our processed foods that you find in the grocery store is a GMO. Okay, I don't want to mince words here, so I am taking a direct quote out of the Non-GMO Verification Project's website of exactly what a GMO is. GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, are plants or animals that have been genetically engineered with DNA from bacteria, viruses, or other plants and animals. These experimental combinations of genes from different species cannot occur in nature or in traditional crossbreeding. It cannot happen. Are GMOs safe? Well, most of you don't have your hands up. You all know it's not safe. There's no data. There's no studies out there, no long-term studies that says that GMOs are safe. None. They say 90 days. 90 days is what's safe. That's not long-term. When I started researching GMOs, there was a bit of information that I found out that got me extremely angry. I was so mad. I kept reading this bit of information and I was thinking, this can't be right. I must not be reading that correctly. But the more I read, the more I'm thinking, but I read English. This is it. What I found out is that corn grown in America, 88% of all corn in America is genetically engineered. What I found out about this, it's called BT corn, and BT stands for Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a mouthful, I can barely get that out. It's a pesticide that gets inserted into these seeds. Okay, I was thinking about this, and I'm not a rocket scientist, but I have common sense. And to me, if we're feeding our children BT cornflakes for breakfast every morning, there's going to be health problems. It doesn't take science to know that if we're feeding our children pesticides, there's going to be problems. And not only that, BT corn, just so you all know, is registered with the EPA as a pesticide. Look it up. It's online. It'll take you directly to the EPA's website. I couldn't believe it. I had to read that 100 times. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next topic because I'll get feisty before I get on the screen. Anyways, the next takeaway for you is know your top GMO crops. When you know your top GMO crops, you are able to identify foods when you're grocery shopping, when you're in a restaurant. You say, hey, just like I just spoke about, got zucchini and yellow coconut squash. Not as high of a percentage, but it's out there. It's something like 25,000 acres, something like that. 25,000 acres, right? Okay, sugar beets. This is the last top crop because, like I said, being from Hawaii, I always think sugar is from cane sugar. Little did I know that sugar beets, they make sugar out of that. I just learned that. I'm like, what? It's not all from Hawaii, pure cane sugar that actually went to the Philippines, but anyways, that's another story. Sugar, 95%. If you look at that on the label, how many products out there is sugar? And it is a GMO. My next takeaway for you is be a label reader. Now that I have, well, I didn't teach you guys. You guys already know to all know what a GMO is. So you know what GMOs are. You know what your top crops are. Now be a label reader. Go out to those grocery stores, get out the magnifying glass, and give yourself an extra hour because it takes you that long to figure out what that food product is. My poor daughter, anyways. So knowing that, now that you take your cereal box and you turn it around and you go, oh, soy lecithin, that's a GMO. Soybean oil, that's a GMO. Sugar, corn flour, that's a GMO. So now that you know at the top, you can just spot it out, just like that. Also, look for identifying seals. Look for that organic USD seal. Look for it, look for it. Also, one more seal you want to look for is a non-GMO verification product seal. Most of you probably know it's a little blue box with a little butterfly, and hopefully those seals are much healthier for us. Also, the word natural. That is a catch-all in the marketing play. Don't believe it. 100% natural. I just had to talk to my dad yesterday. But look, it says natural. No, Dad. No, that's just one of those words. Read your label. One more thing. If you can't pronounce any of the words on the ingredient labels or know what it is, why are we going to put that into our bodies? I don't understand that. Anyway. Number 4. I want you to remember. This is really important, but I think most of you are, I know that you all do this. Ask questions. We all do it. Ask questions. America has become so lax at asking questions, at calling up that company and saying, hey, what's in your product? What that does when we ask questions is we're calling them up and we're letting them know. We're paying attention to you. We're holding you accountable for what you're putting in your product. And if you have the ingredients that we don't like, we let them know. We say, well, I'm sorry, you were my favorite ice cream brand. I did this to Dreyer's. You guys were my favorite ice cream brand, and until I know that you guys don't use those certain product ingredients in there, I will no longer purchase your product. I'm sorry. Anyways, ask questions. The more we know, the more we do our homework, the better we are, and we are able to make smart choices for the health and well-being of our children. My last one is take 10 minutes a day and do something purposeful. 10 minutes. So many people tell me, I am so busy. We're all so busy. But if you take 10 minutes, it's not very long. It's as long as my speech. And take the time to do something. Well, what can I do in 10 minutes? Well, I'll tell you what you can do in 10 minutes. You can go into your refrigerator and clean out a shelf. Look at your labels. I'm not saying throw out your brand new thing that you just bought, but for next time, you go, hey, this item is that. Let's replace it. You can clean a shelf in your pantry. You can make a phone call, like I was saying, ask a question. You can write an email to your representatives or a business. And if you're a social networker like I am, businesses all have Facebook pages, you can leave comments. And if it's something very important, there's a little word there that says share. Click it, share it with your Facebook friends. Don't do all these pictures and pictures of your dinner and no, do something meaningful. Use it to share information. The other thing, signing petitions online is so fast. It's so easy. It's 30 seconds. You put your name, you sign. We just did over 100,000 signatures in 1 week to ask the EPA to deny 2,4-D, which is a component of Agent Orange, and they want to surround our any crops. We just collected 100,000 signatures to get them to the president's desk. Let's see what happens now, because apparently they're approving that. Yeah, why? Anyways, another quick 10 minutes. store and you're like, oh, it's Kellogg's. We know about you. Boycott. And the other thing is speak up. Speak up. That's it. Do something meaningful every day and make it happen. Be a warrior. Whether you're a dad, a mom, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousin, friend down the street, be a warrior. Please help spread awareness to all who will listen when it comes to protecting our children and making their world